All right, let's do this. Okay. You always go first, so.
Hi, this is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
It's the block party, yo.
Welcome to the block party, yo.
We ain't leaving out nobody.
Yo.
Yo.
All right. So.
Mighty fine week.
Mighty fine week. I've been sick this week.
I've been getting over this, whatever it is, but you're kind of now.
I'm kind of like in the. I'm in it. I'm actually like I'm at.
You're in it to win it.
And I'm just over the peak. Like, I'm going to be coming down.
Right.
Over the weekend.
You'll be like where I am right now on Monday.
Right.
Because
Hopefully.
you started, I think it was like a couple days after me. What day was I delirious? Because I was texting you and I'm like, I am not right.
I don't know. I know 2 nights ago I was laying in bed. So that was Wednesday night. I was laying in bed with a fever, delirious.
Yeah.
I had no idea like what was going on.
I was working.
I was like, it was
awful. I was sweating. Like, I was sweating and I was thinking, man, I just need like a cold compress.
Yeah.
You know, like, I was sweating. And
that's where I was 2 days ago. So I think that was the beginning of the week for you, wasn't it? Like Monday?
Yeah. But I just remember texting you and I texted you some crazy texts. I looked at them.
I feel like you did.
I think I was texting everybody.
Nikki doesn't drug text.
When I'm sick,
like,
I text.
Sick texts. So, that's why we're recording Friday night.
No. You know, when I listened to, that's why I didn't remember parts of it. It's because when I was listening to Joe's podcast.
It was on Tuesday.
That's when I had the fever.
It was Tuesday morning.
Because I had to play it over and over. I kept having to replay it because I was like, what? What was that? Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was Wednesday night.
So tonight, we're not as late as we usually are, but we're late.
We're still late, yeah. Later than we were planning on being.
Yeah, that's okay.
We're fine.
We tried to attempt the mini-sode. I guess we'll find out if we cut it down to a mini-sode.
You'll know. You'll know
this one's not going to be a mini-sode, but
it'll be like a regular sode.
So, this week, Joe launched his new podcast.
Yeah, he did.
And it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
I was excited about it.
I wish it was a little longer.
Me too. I get it, like 30 minutes. I get it, but Joe,
it's 24.
If you're listening, I would love to hear you more. And I just want to put it out there, and I actually emailed him. I told you this.
Yeah, you did.
Please don't take voice lessons.
No, don't do that because that'll change it.
I like your voice.
I don't think he was really meaning that he was going to. Do you think he was?
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know him. So
who knows what goes on in that head?
That magnificent head of his.
That fantastic head.
Oh, fantastic. I just don't, I don't know. I don't know how to take him. I don't know him. I feel like I'm getting a view, like from the cruise videos and stuff. I'm seeing a different Joe.
Well, I don't think we're going to get to know him from this podcast. If I'm being honest.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't think we're going to get to know him.
Do you think he's acting?
I don't think he's acting. I think
he's professional Joe.
He's absolutely professional Joe.
He's Joe. He's not Joey. He's Joe.
And he's like on the record Joe.
Okay. Gotcha.
I want off the record Joe.
Me too. What's off the record Joe like?
I have no idea. Like, honestly, that's a mystery.
I think off the record Joe like knows how to have a good time.
I think he swears. I think he curses quite a bit.
More power to you.
I just don't do it in front of my 5-year-old because she'll repeat it.
It happens. You gotta tell him. You gotta tell him.
What the fuck?
No, yeah, that's what Sadie's been saying.
That's what Sadie's been saying. She's been saying, what the fuck? So last night, she was walking around the house after her Halloween party.
Oh, gosh.
And she was saying, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? But she wasn't saying it to anything or about anything. She was using it in the wrong context or no context at all. I was
just
like, honey,
saying it?
You can't say that word.
Oh my goodness.
And she said, I'm not saying it. I'm just talking about it. Like, no, the word can't come out of your mouth. And she's just like, what the fuck? But anyway, so she's been saying the F word.
So a couple of takeaways.
From the podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
So one of the things he said that like got me was look back, but don't stare.
I like that.
I'd never heard that before.
It makes great sense.
I think I tend to stare a lot at the negative things.
I think you do.
And I don't need to anymore. I can look back at it and be like, whatever.
Because nothing's gonna change that.
No.
It's not worth.
And when I heard that,
analyzing.
I like wrote it down because I think I need to have it like.
You should get one of those things to put on your wall. Well, we could put it on. I put one on Sadie's wall in her nursery. It didn't say that. It said something else, which was like, it'll make me cry if I say it. Because we don't live in that house anymore. But I was good at putting it on the wall.
Oh, you can do it for my birthday.
Okay.
No, don't.
I'll get what do they call it? A fat head. Be like, hey, can you make a custom fat head?
You can make me a fat head of Joe McIntyre right there. His head right there.
The whole head?
The whole
or
thing.
Or like, do you want his body? Do you want white pants?
Could you imagine? I'd be like, hey.
Is that a possibility? That is, because you can get yourself on a fat head.
Can I get like life size?
That's what I'm thinking.
So he's a very good storyteller. I could visualize everything that he was saying.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, he's very good and very descriptive. Like, I could see where he was sitting in his car.
Yes.
And, like, I've never been out there before.
No.
I could see, like, the bushes he was describing and the flower.
I absolutely love that he did it from his car.
Yeah, I do too.
It made it seem more normal. It made him seem more like just a normal person.
Exactly.
And I think that that's what we want to hear from him in this podcast is we want to hear, like, who is he?
Exactly. And that's what I'm hoping we'll hear. Like, I don't want to hear all professional Joe. I want to hear, like, Joe.
Yeah.
Not business Joe.
No.
Real Joe.
Right.
At least a little bit. And I do think we heard some.
Like, when we listened to Brink of Midnight, I feel like he came through on that. There's a couple podcasts that we've listened to. That's why I was really excited about it because, you know, he has done episodes other places and it's been amazing. And I've just been like, I want more. And then when he said he was doing a podcast, I said, fantastic.
And I love that it was out so fast after he announced it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Clearly, like, he's done. Like,
he wasn't like, you know.
Oh, I'll be out in 4 months.
No. That's the
hype
thing.
This up.
No. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for just like doing it.
Exactly. Like, this is what it is. It's going to be out in like a week and a half.
Because that's what we learned through this podcasting thing. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to learn along the way. And even if you are a professional like he is,
right.
You're not a professional podcaster. Like
exactly.
you haven't been doing this for years. So just do it.
Exactly.
Take a leap of faith. It is friggin' scary.
And it sounded great.
It sounded amazing. I mean, you and I, it was freaking scary.
Yeah.
I'm getting so much more like whatever now, which is awesome. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So another thing was that he talked about Madonna. And I was I got a little, hey.
Jealous?
No. Because Madonna's Madonna. I mean,
Madonna's
hello.
Madonna. And also, I thought it was so cute when he was talking about, like...
He was getting all geeked out like I do.
He was!
That's what I loved about it. He was getting all geeked out like I do.
He was like, she was 34 and I was 17.
And I'm like, I've done this math before.
Exactly. Like, I'm familiar with this.
Yes. I was like, Joe, you're 7 years older than me.
I am quite familiar with all of this.
We don't need to talk about that, though. I don't want you to feel like, 7 years, you know. I don't even know. What?
I don't.
What?
I don't want you to get all hung up on that.
Yeah, don't.
Just don't think about it at all.
What year did he graduate high school?
Who, Joe?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't go to a traditional
91,
high school,
right?
You'd think it'd be 91, but if he, like, tutored and he, like, graduated...
He probably graduated in, like, 88.
I was going to say, he probably graduated in, like, 89 or something. He was 16 or so.
Yeah, sorry about all the coughing and sneezing, guys. We're still bringing you a podcast, but a little under the weather.
We are. We should have called in sick, but we don't do that.
Who would you call in sick to? Hello, podcast audience?
Hello, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play. So where did we leave off? We were talking about the podcast.
Right. Okay. Oh, we were talking about the Madonna thing.
Yes.
So.
And how, like, the ages.
Right.
We did that math.
Right. Exactly.
That was cute to hear him talk about her, though. Because he was, like you said, geeking out about it.
He was.
Like, totally.
He was. And then we learned that he doesn't feel confident with social media. And that's okay.
Which you can kind of tell.
Right. And here's the thing. I don't think a lot of us are that confident with social media.
I'm not.
I remember getting an account, finding out what's this Twitter thing. And I remember telling you about it and you're like, I don't know what this is. I was like, just get it.
Yeah, I got it. And
Do you remember that? I remember we were in my garage and I was like, it's just like this new thing. Just like, get it.
I remember downloading it and signing up for it. And for a while, I would check it every day because I didn't tweet a lot, but I would read everything. And then it got to be too much.
I used it a lot for work.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the people who were in my field used it to share like the latest and techniques and new design things that were, I'm having trouble with words, but you know, all the new stuff that was out there. And that's how I kept, because it changes so, it's just like technology. Technology changes so quickly. What are you looking at? Your first tweet?
I'm looking for it. Yeah, I found it.
What was it?
It was watching 90210. December 11th, 2008.
December 11th, 2008. I will tell you what my first tweet was.
Oh, and then my next one was, same day, December 11th, 2008. Brooke Christopher wonders if she knows anyone else on Twitter.
You knew me.
The next one, at Nikki Schreier, I'm trying to get it. I feel old. My next one, same day, finally decorating for Christmas. Next one, okay, now I'm bored with Twitter.
My first tweet was, wow, I used it a lot in 2012. Wow.
What was going on in your life in 2012?
I don't know, but tweet a lot about you in 2011. This is when I was really into Foursquare.
I loved Foursquare.
What? Foursquare. Why? Why did you need to change? Totally saw Steve Fatone last night, which took me back to my NSYNC days. That was fandom. No, I just tweeted a lot. NKOTB, who's going to Portland? We're almost there. I said, almost there with Brooke and Darcy, Bethany too, but she's not into the Twitter scene yet. I was all about the Twitter. Good grief. I tweeted a ton in 2009. Updating the tourney brackets. Check them out. Bowling at the sports arena. You can tell it's tourney time. I don't know why that has anything to do with tourney time. I was good at Twitter. Look at me. Look at me go. 28 years old. And I was tweeting like a pro.
Young pups.
Wow, this goes way back. When was your first tweet?
December 11th, 2008.
My first tweet was October 23rd, 2008. Really having a hard time with ActionScript. Bleh. That was my first tweet.
Funny.
ActionScript. Friggin' Flash. ActionScript. Ugh, gross. Thinks that Pandora, Monster, and broccoli soup make for a great late night homework session. That sounds like diarrhea in a bottle.
That sounds terrible.
It's setting the homework aside for a moment to watch The Office on TiVo. These tweets are pure gold.
They are pure gold. I miss The Office and I miss TiVo.
Finally found Tall Pants online. Score. That was November 7th, 2008. So I get it. Like, I totally get it, Joe. We totally get it. I think we're all there. And, you know, unless you do it for a job, and I do it a lot for others, but it's scary because things change so fast and you don't want to look like an idiot. But here's the thing.
You don't want to be like old people Facebook.
And if you guys don't know what old people Facebook is, please take a moment and go to Reddit. It's not scary. Just go to Reddit and go to Old People Facebook. It's one of the Reddits on Reddit. And you will laugh.
It's hilarious.
You will laugh so hard, you will cry. You might pee your pants. Because I almost do every time I do it.
Or go find Jordan's video. His Facebook Live video.
That makes me laugh. I watch it.
Where he's like, this is some Game of Thrones shit.
Was that not the best?
That was
hilarious.
And
you hadn't seen it yet. And I'm like, you have to watch it.
I haven't seen it.
You have to watch it.
I've watched it about 17 times since.
It makes me laugh so hard. Funny. He kept like ducking.
And he's like, oh, there I am.
Hey, but no! Here's the thing. That's the thing. Like, we all feel that way.
Yep.
We're not all experts. It's funny. Like, just try new things. Or, Joe, hand the reins over. Well, not your Twitter. Because, like, you need to be yourself on Twitter. Like, you need to do that.
Well, that's what that's for.
Right.
Or, invite us over.
Yeah.
Make us some tea and toast.
Hey, you know what? We'll do some face-to-face.
Absolutely.
Like, because you and I were talking, we're like, he'll never do, you know, he'll do something via Skype or something with us.
Maybe that right there is telling us he won't.
Yeah, maybe he's a more face-to-face guy. Hey, I'm up for face-to-face. I'll keep it cool and collected.
You would. So anyway.
So, yeah.
That was good.
It was. So a lot of people have the Berg flu.
Yeah. Yeah.
And saw a lot of people that were posting Instagram pics in the hospital. And I'm like, wow, I do not want to be there. Maria's sick. Maria, get better soon.
Yes, please get better soon, Maria. I feel bad.
Poor Maria. She was so excited to tell us stories that she was like still going for it. She was still getting through those stories for us. Did you see it on Twitter?
I did.
It was great. So I got to hear some great stories. We'll be getting, like I said, we'll be getting together with them in the middle of December. So that will be fun.
I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And one more thing. We've been getting a ton of messages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You guys, you make me cry.
Seriously?
But happy tears. All happy
Thank you.
tears. I had this girl reach out to me on Instagram, and she's a riot, number one. And she was like going through the episodes. It was neat to kind of go back and forth with her as she's going through the different episodes and saying, oh my gosh, this happened to me. Yes, I totally relate to that. Like
a timeline.
Right. It was right. You know what she told me? A mind trick. Another mind trick to stop you from crying. You rhyme words.
You rhyme words to stop you from crying?
Yeah. You start with one word. Like drool, pool, fool, stool, mule. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. So wait, why would you want to stop crying?
Like if you were emotional, like when I tell people to do math in their head.
Ah.
And you're getting teary-eyed.
Yes. I'm not a very emotional person, but I did get emotional on that one.
I get emotional in inappropriate situations.
I laugh at inappropriate situations.
But you know, like when, I get not in an inappropriate situation, but it's like an inappropriate time for
me. Like an inopportune time.
Correct. Like talking to my boss. Shouldn't cry. Sometimes I feel like crying. And he's not mean at all.
No.
But
you want to remain professional.
Exactly. I think it's hard sometimes, and this is tangent, but just real quick, when you put your heart and soul into everything, and like this hasn't happened in forever, but you know, there were some times that I was just very frustrated with myself, but like it makes me want to cry, and like you don't want to get emotional in that kind of a situation.
Exactly.
You know,
because like I said, you want to remain professional because it's a professional relationship,
right?
But at the same time, like,
and sometimes you gotta cry. Sometimes you gotta let it out.
I cried to my boss once. You know why? I'll tell you why. I don't cry. Like, I'm not a crier.
Yeah.
And I didn't cry, like, hard. But it was like, it was coming. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I was so mad. I was so mad. Because I genuinely try to do for people. Some people want to shit all over that. I got really mad.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I felt like crap about it. So I cried. But I was mad. And I was only for a second. But I know what you mean. I could have used those tools at that time.
Yeah.
Like, I really could have used that.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like, there was no stopping it.
Right. And once it turns on, it's like peeing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You can't turn it off.
Like, it's when you have to pee really bad.
Yes.
TMI. But
like, I had to go in the bathroom immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry. Like, you know, I'm fine, blah, blah, blah. I had to go to the bathroom, but I had to like fix it.
Yeah.
So I could have used those tools.
So now
I'm going to remember to rhyme.
Math and rhyme.
I feel like the rhyming would work better for me because it makes me laugh.
But see, that would probably be bad for me. See, the problem with me is my face is like always front and center, like on a screen. It's even worse when it's the only face. I mean, there's oftentimes like I would get upset when I was frustrated.
Right.
And I'd just turn my camera off because it was too late. Like it would be too late. Like it would just come.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized this about your like day-to-day job, like your regular job.
Yeah.
So when you talk to people, you're always on camera?
Always, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be weird, I think.
It's normal now.
Well, you're used to it.
I am used to it.
Like, when I talk to people at work, I mean, they're well, I've talked to a lot of people on the phone, but like for people I work with,
yeah,
they're obviously like in the same building for the most part. I just like walk over and talk to them. And I guess it's no different, really.
No.
But it's just different because like you sit there and you're looking at them and talking to them.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Sometimes though, because when I use my iMac as a monitor, my camera doesn't work. So but I try to make sure that it's turned on because my direct boss now, he always has his camera on. And it's just nice. He's a great guy. Very, very nice.
Like, it's always on so you can just like look in?
No. I mean like there are some people you talk to.
like connect to.
And, you know, if you have your camera on, they'll turn their camera on.
Okay.
And then there's some people, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I'm cool with that. Cause like, for the most part, a lot of the people I talk to, we don't need to share the camera.
Right.
And also it takes up more bandwidth when you're sharing a camera and
That makes
trying
sense.
to share a screen. So
That makes sense.
Mostly I'm sharing my screen because I have an issue and I have to beg one of my coworkers to help me because I'm the old person.
Aw.
Again, it came full circle
Yeah.
because I'm the old person.
This is a huge tangent.
It is, but people might be interested. I don't know.
People can relate to this stuff.
Right.
This is like work stuff.
Right.
And emotions and webcams. I don't put a Post-it over my webcam.
Oh, I do.
Yes, you do. So does Darcy. So does my mom. I also have like a notebook, so when I close it, it's done. Like I don't leave it open. And if they want to watch me play Sims online, okay.
I think it would be weird for me to go into a traditional workplace now.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to just working by myself. I miss the human connection, though. I totally miss working in a traditional workplace. But
Yeah, it has its pluses and minuses.
it does. It's really hard during the winter, and since Maine is mostly winter,
Yeah.
it more often than not does not work for me. Like, I need the human connection, which again, it should work better because we'll have the podcast stuff. But
Right.
it's hard because, yeah. Anyway, tangent. So, yeah, you guys got to learn a little bit about my job. Now, and I have a standing desk. It's motorized.
You do. It's nice.
I freaking love it.
It's really nice. I love it. It's so pretty.
I really like the pattern. It took me a long time to pick it out. I took pictures of the Joe Walkman.
Yes.
Which
Was-
segue.
Hey, Joe, if you're listening, you should have got our package
Yes,
on the cruise
correct.
with a special message for you, mixtape and notes. And we would
And
love
I
to
folded
hear.
those bad boys.
You did.
Every single one of them.
And we would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Did you like it? Did you like the mixtape?
Just some
Did you
feedback.
jam out?
Did you listen to it? I sure hope so.
But see, he might not reply because he said that he's just not.
Exactly. But maybe you know somebody who could take a picture.
Also, I gave him my phone number.
You could call.
You
That's
could.
old fashioned.
Yeah, give me a phone.
We'll find an old rotary dialer.
Let's do FaceTime.
Rotary dialer.
Or you could take a video and text it to me.
Well, exactly.
I won't share your phone number.
We know you can do that.
Obviously, I wouldn't.
Right.
It's hard though. I bet it's hard for him. Like, who can he trust?
He can't trust
You
just
can't.
anybody. I get that.
That's
the thing.
I know. So I get it.
So, anyway, we just wanted to kind of put that out there.
Or we could do tea and toast. You could, I don't know, probably not my house, but let's go to Brooks.
I'll make tea and toast. I like tea.
Brody will be all about the toast.
Yeah, see what
Brody and Sadie.
So will Sadie. They love toast.
Brody loves toast.
Sadie prefers squishy toast, which is just bread. But anyway, so we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. So,
Or if you know what, guess what? Like if you can't, if you're like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not comfortable with this.
Just
Take a picture, send it to Donnie. He'll do it.
yeah. Or just give me a call.
If you don't want her to have your number, call from a payphone
Or just
or your doctor's
star
office.
61.
Does that really work?
I think so. You can do can't you still do that? Or is that like old school?
I feel like that's like very like 1991.
Oh,
Not in time. Press star 69. Remember that?
yes. But
Um,
then my parents would get mad because
It charged you.
75 cents.
That's right. So anyway, we we'd love
I did
to
it
hear.
often too.
Did you really?
I did it a
It's
lot.
before caller ID.
Exactly. I did it after caller ID sometimes.
Did you not have call waiting?
I didn't have call waiting for a long time.
I remember you not having call waiting for a long time. I remember calling your house and it was like busy. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Joey.
Yeah.
So just let us know.
All right. We've got some good stories today.
We do have some good stories.
So,
You want to go first?
yeah, let's get into it. So I will tell you that I have read this one about probably 8 or 9 times because it's just an amazing story. And I think I can get through it. The first time I read it, I was laying in bed and it took me, I don't even know how many times just to get through it the first time because I just kept crying. I don't know, it just hit me.
Oh,
So here it goes. I apologize in advance for the length of this story. Feel free to edit out anything you feel is too much. We are not editing out any of it. We are leaving it all in.
yes.
And this is where she got me. My story starts at birth. I feel ya. And she said, well, not really, but as long as I have memories, I was a New Kids on the Block fan. My childhood was filled with camping out in the Sears parking lot in the mall, waiting for Ticketmaster to open. Remember when Ticketmaster was in Sears?
I don't remember when it was at Sears. I remember when it was at Macy's.
Okay, yes.
And I remember it at Strawberries.
Oh, yes. I remember it at Strawberries. My room was plastered with anything New Kids on the Block money could buy, from the walls to the bedding to the floor. What was on the floor? Was there a carpet? Please tell me.
Was it like an area rug? Like
that
a
would
little
be
shag?
That would be fantastic.
Like a little shag affair?
And everything in between. Jordan was my first love, and I can recall vividly the day the rumor hit school that he was gay. I remember locking myself in the pink bathroom stall at school and crying. My love for them was so real that my 10-year-old heart broke learning that he would never be my husband. Oh my goodness. That, like, she said, LOL. That's adorable. But it was so real to us back then.
Well, yeah, it was.
It was so real. I really thought Joe would drive down that dead-end street and see those paper plates in that window and say,
yep,
that girl right there, she's going to be my wife.
Yep. That's my bride.
That's my bride. My 10-year-old bride right there. Oh, good God.
Oh, God.
I went to every concert. We sat in the nosebleeds so high that you couldn't even tell which new kid was on stage, but I didn't care. I remember when they reunited, my mom called and said they were on the Today Show. Just like my mom. I was like, really, Mom? Great. I'm not 10 anymore. I was so busy in my adult world. Family, children, career, graduate school. It took every waking second to balance it all and complete the daily tasks that revolve around these responsibilities. And I completely can relate because I was a full-time student. I was working full-time and had just had a baby and totally understand. I didn't go to the tours. I still felt I was too grown up and didn't have time for that anymore. Then my cousin bought me NKOTB-SB tickets for Christmas. She was younger than me and Backstreet was her NKOTB. We laughed and I still wasn't convinced. She said, we'll dress up in the 80s gear and we'll have tons of drinks and it will be a blast. And I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it was. I know it was.
Yeah. I went to Chicago. It was one of the first times I could remember leaving the kids, my husband, the grocery shopping, the bills behind to go out for the night. As soon as the new kids hit the stage, something happened. I know that all too well. All of a sudden, it was as if I was transported back into time. I felt the giddy little girl happiness that I hadn't felt or known since my childhood. I did not think of my long list of responsibilities in life. I danced, I sang, and best of all, I found myself. It was so much fun. I didn't want it to be over. We decided that we must do it again, and did the next night. That's amazing. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going to do next time. I don't care.
That's kind of what you did this time.
Yeah, it is. You know what? It's the first time you were like, I can't go. And I was like, whatever, I'm going anyway.
Yeah. But you and Bryn.
I did.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, it was good. I'm going to take her again. This time we sprung for the tickets that we knew would be close to where they walk into the audience. Sure as shit. Next night. Cue the Tonight song, and here comes Jordan right at me. He sang to me like I held his arm while he was in my face and blinded him frantically, snapping my camera in his face. I was in such disbelief. How embarrassing. In my wildest 10-year-old dreams, I never would have imagined being this close. I called everyone I knew, my parents, aunts, uncles, grandmas, even sent pictures to all my childhood New Kids friends. The feeling that this band gave me was like a drug. I knew from that point I was all in. I didn't know what or when I would see them again, but I knew I would make an effort to figure it out. We heard them reference Twitter, which I had never gone on before. Looking back, I never imagined how my life would have changed by hitting the follow button on Donnie's page. It didn't take many days for me to suddenly become a Donnie fan. Jordan will still be my first love, but Donnie has my adult heart and always will.
Hashtag.
We are all Donnie girls.
Yep.
I was super fortunate in that he tweeted me back a lot. I can't. Can you imagine? Amazing. I remember the day he followed me. I screamed so loud my husband came running thinking there was a spider. He was like, I guess that's kind of cool. It was more than cool. Yeah, it was. There were times where he was really active in the previous years. He would tweet me a couple times a week. Oh my God. Man, I miss those days. Danny followed me, although it wasn't quite as exciting because he never really replied or tweeted people back much. I decided I must take my first cruise. I convinced my cousin to come. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Danny followed me on my personal Twitter. I was like, hey, how's it going? How you doing, Danny?
Does he follow us, our other Twitter?
Yeah. That's Remember you called me.
That's right. Yeah.
You said, do you know what happened? Danny Wood followed us today. It was during the hurricane.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, are you safe? I want to say I even messaged him. Are you safe?
Are you safe? Did he reply?
No.
No,
That's
he must
okay.
be fine.
He was probably busy. I decided I must take my first cruise. I convinced my cousin to come just once. Was this the same cousin?
That's what I'm wondering.
I said, if I get on that boat, I'll meet some friends and in the future wouldn't have to ask her because it's super pricey. She agreed. Once we had the cabin, it sunk in. I was going to meet them, actually hug each of them and hopefully mutter a word or two. I tweeted Donnie once saying I couldn't believe I was finally going to meet him now and how it felt like I knew him so well. He tweeted back, same here. I can't believe we haven't met either. This is insane to me. They have a friendship. They've formed a friendship on Twitter.
Right.
Like a legit friendship where they're talking back and forth to one another. This is amazing. Donnie, you're is amazing. Stephanie, you're amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
There were moments of this that even today feel like, is this real life? I feel like that all the time. I felt like that this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The day finally came. My cousin and I were in New York City. We got in the taxi that morning and I said my now annual phrase, take me to Donnie Wahlberg. We got on the boat and shit got real. I love it. We were maybe on the boat 1.5 hour and we were on the top deck. We were trying to take a selfie, which I'd never done before, of us with the New York City skyline. Totally oblivious to our surroundings. And John walks up to us and says, let me show you how. He was right there holding my phone, teaching me how to take a selfie. I knew at that moment we were in for the time of our life. The first night of the cruise, Donnie got down in the crowd. I saw him and he saw me before I knew it. And he was right in front of me. He gave me the biggest hug and kiss.
Oh.
This is going to make me cry again. And I'm like not into the depths of this yet. There are words to describe the cruise. You just have to experience it. The energy, the love, the leaving everything behind. It's truly magic. My cousin was a Joey girl, so she was blessed to be right next to the stage during Cowboy Night. If you haven't seen this, it's a must. YouTube. Needless to say, her night was made. I have not seen this.
I think I have.
I have not seen this.
I feel like you
Do
will
I need to see it?
Enjoy it.
I will. I'm very excited. During the cruise, they offered tickets to the Vegas After Dark for cruisers. So at this point, there was no turning back, so I went. I met my best blockhead friend ever, and we went to Vegas for the concerts. We had a great time, went to the after party where I got my first Danny and Donnie selfie. It was amazing. My best blockhead friend and I agreed we should cruise together. We booked the cruise to Grand Turk. Then, in November 2014, my life came to a screeching halt. At 36, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. My initial diagnosis was stage 4. I went home and lost it. I thought about my boys growing up without a mom. Thought about what a burden my husband would have to carry. I can't read it. And the pain. I mean, could you imagine? Like,
no, I
can't even imagine.
No, I can't.
Okay. I thought about my boys growing up without a mom. Thought about what a burden my husband would have to carry. And the pain my parents would feel bearing their only child. This is really hard. I can recall exactly where I was sitting on the couch. I was in the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I knew that I wasn't ready to tell my family. I knew that once the words were spoken, you can't take them back, and I was about to change the lives of everyone I love forever. I needed someone to talk to. You know where this is going. I grabbed my phone, and I sent a DM to Donnie. I poured my heart out and asked him what to do. It felt like seconds, and my phone went off. He replied, "You kick its ass, and I will keep the positivity coming your way. I am here for you." I sat there for a moment, gathered myself, and said, "You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do." It turns out, thank God, I was misdiagnosed. I was still stage 2, but the light at the end of the tunnel was restored. My initial doctor said there wasn't anything they were going to do. If I hadn't sent that tweet, I may have died. It's true, because you give up. Yep. You give up. I mean,
I can't imagine.
And then her tweeting, like, she DM'd Donnie. He happened to have his phone. Everything happens for a reason. Like, it's just obvious right there. So I can say that Donnie saved my life, and he is a man of his word. He was there for me. He tweeted me, he twigged me, and I swear some days his words of wisdom felt like they were speaking right to me. My friend and I agreed that we would keep the cruise booked because it would be my celebration for finishing surgery, radiation, and the dreaded chemo. Danny immediately reached out and sent me words of encouragement. Remember, Betty was there. Thankfully, we had the financial means to endure this. Nonetheless, they sent me a chemo package filled with love. Abby, who runs Remember Betty, is a true angel. Danny messaged me the morning of my first chemo. When I was done with my last chemo, it was a couple weeks before the main event. Danny gave me a pass to come see him before the show. My kids love the New Kids music too, and my husband has learned to tolerate it. We all went to the concert. I met up with Danny ahead of time. He was more than sweet. My youngest son and I had second row for the concert. We had so much fun. Donnie came over and waved to me and nudged me to get to my son's attention as he was stuffing confetti in my purse. Attaboy. He patiently waited and waved at him. It was sweet. Following the concert, my friend and I went to the after party. The after party had a photo. Johnny wasn't making girls stick with the groups of 10, so it turned into a free-for-all. Thankfully, my friend had held a Donnie spot until I got in and went to Joe. Donnie pulled me in tight. He said he loved my son's hat during the show. He wore a fedora. He looked at me and said, I love you. I was trying to talk.
He was saying I love you to her, and she was trying to talk to him, and he kept repeating it until she said it back to him. Like, I love you too.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. It says it right here.
No, he didn't. Donnie Wahlberg, I can't do any more stories about you. I can't.
Donnie, I want to hear them all. I love him.
I'm just kidding. I can.
Of course you can.
But
we know you're kidding. He's amazing. He is an amazing man.
He really is. Seriously, I can see
Alma
him doing
did a great
that.
job.
I can see him doing that right now. I can picture it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, goodness. Oh, God. I just read it again. He said he was so proud of me for finishing. I'm sorry I'm sniffling, but you guys are going to have to deal with it. He said he was so proud of me for finishing chemo. He looked at me and said, I love you. I just did it again. He said he was so proud of me for finishing chemo. It was such a great night. We danced and I lived it up at the after party. As we were walking to the hotel, Donnie and Jenny were pulling away and he was waving out the window. We sat down at IHOP to get some post-concert food and he tweeted me, you are my hero. It's the cover photo of my Twitter page and it will be forever. After chemo, I had surgery. I was scared to death. My husband calmed me as much as he could in the pre-op waiting room. Then all of a sudden, off goes my phone. Donnie DM'd me to beat it with the prayer hands. Seriously? It's like he's watching us or something. He's like superhuman. Seriously? Aww. Honest to God, I feel the same way. Radiation got done, and before I knew it, I was nearing cruise time. One afternoon, my phone rings, and it comes up New York City. Something told me to answer it. It was a producer from Rock This Boat. She explained how they were doing a short segment of the Remember Betty for Rock This Boat. They wanted to know if I would be a part of it. At first, I was like, I don't think so, but thanks. They went on and said Danny really wanted me to do this. Who knows if that was true, but it worked. Needless to say, I agreed. I was so nervous that I couldn't even send back the contract to Donnie D Productions. Donnie D's on the backup. Every single time. My husband had to hit the send button. The second cruise was great. We did film parts of it, which turned out to be a blast. However, I was still in my wig phase. It was a lot. It was hard to be that vulnerable, period, but let alone on TV. I wasn't medically cleared back to work yet. Oops. So I was nervous on essentially going on a booze cruise and having it all documented, but they were great. There's no better place to celebrate life than on that boat. There were many highlights of that cruise. One was White Night. We got a selfie with Joe. He then grabbed our hands and said, come with me. Well, in our pure hesitation of he said what, the mobs of fans got to him and he was gone. However, it has left us with years of jokes. Don't ever hesitate. It was the first time I went to Donnie's after party. I remember dancing and Jenny came and tapped me on the shoulder and gave me a big hug. Really? Then I got to dance to Hotline Bling with Donnie in the club. My photo group that time with Donnie was great. I told him I beat cancer, thanked him for giving me the strength to do it, and the self-esteem to feel comfortable in my own skin. He cried. I cried. He told me I was beautiful. It was a moment I will never forget. The highlight of the cruise was dancing on stage with Donnie, Jenny, and my friends. We were on stage dancing as the ship and the sun rose over Miami. That is where we will be. We will be there next year.
I'm excited.
In between, I've been fortunate enough to go to Solowood and St. Charles twice for the Going Home with Donnie. My husband and I got to fly out to New York City to shoot the green screen for Rock This Boat. The morning of Donnie tweeted me to have fun. It was fun. Who doesn't want their hair and makeup done? It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The night of the show premiered, my friend and I went down to St. Charles and watched it in the Hotel Baker. She got to meet Donnie, which was great. At this point, my family and friends have gone two ways. Half think I'm mentally unstable, and the very small percentage support it. What? They should all support it.
Absolutely.
So it was nice having someone with me to show I'm not crazy. When he walked up to us, he hugged us. She was speechless. Mission accomplished. Haha. My husband and I also went to see Dirty Sexy Funny, so he was able to meet Jenny. He has supported me since the moment when she saw me, screamed my name, and picked me up and spun me in a circle. I love that girl. He was like, yeah, this is all real. You aren't crazy. Our family also loves Wahlburgers. We've eaten at numerous locations. Our highlight was getting to hang out with Paul at Alma Nove. Last year's cruise was a blast. I could go on and on. I'll be on that boat every year at Sales. It's like a reunion and therapy all in one. The best part is that I have made friends from all over the world. There are a few places I go these days where I don't know a blockhead that lives there. The bonds are like nothing else I've ever experienced. These 5 guys have led me to the best friends a girl could ever ask for. Life is hard, so hard. We wear so many adult hats that it's hard to remember who we are and when we take them off. It's so true. The new kids have allowed me to find myself again. I've learned that it's okay to make myself happy. It only in turn makes those around me happier. That's what Kevin says to me all the time. My 10-year-old mind couldn't have dreamed this big. Never ever would I have imagined in my childhood I would ever meet them. Never would I ever imagined they would know my first name, that I would go on a yearly vacation with them, or that I would be on a TV show with them. In our everyday life, it's very easy to forget and live. Thanks to what this community has taught me, I now live. I hope to meet you girls someday.
Oh, you will. And she has awesome photos.
She really does. I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible photos. Incredible. So yeah, that was a fantastic story.
That was
I'm sorry
awesome.
that I got so emotional. And you guys, hopefully I will have edited this out.
We'll have it up on our website and the pictures too.
Yes. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you, Steph. That was absolutely amazing.
We really appreciate.
I'm glad that you are doing well.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so.
That is a blessing just
Yes.
in and of itself.
Right.
All right. So we have some pictures and a video
Yes.
on our website
Right.
that you need to check out. Here's a story that goes along with it. It's a quick one.
It is.
But the video is where it's at.
It's amazing.
It is so cool. So let's get right into it. This is from Lisa. So she sent this to us and we appreciate it very much and it's super cool. All right, here we go. 2 days before Christmas, we were at a restaurant in a local mall and it just so happens that Joey and his family were too. My daughter was completely starstruck and had the waitress introduce her to him. He was beyond sweet talking to her and asking about Christmas. She told him all she asked Santa for was New Kids on the Block tickets, and Santa told her he hadn't had that request in over 25 years. He took a selfie with her and wished her a Merry Christmas. He asked if I had tickets yet, and I said, not yet. He told me to write my number down and had the waitress give it to him. I honestly expected nothing, thought he was just being nice or would maybe send an autograph pic or something. Then just before midnight, I received a video text and the best gift ever. It was so hard to not go and wake my daughter at that point, but she was finally asleep and Santa needed to come. It was the best gift she could have received. She was over the moon and still says the concert was the best day of her 10-year-old life. And then she included Halloween costume pictures.
Which is adorable.
Of her daughter, which is adorable. And then some really cool pictures of some signs they had at the concert. And her daughter's picture with Joe. And,
it's adorable.
One with Johnny, too. So go to our website. Are you able to add the audio from the video into the podcast?
Yeah.
So here is an audio of the video, but you definitely want to go through the video because it's Joe McIntyre and he's cute. So go to our website. You can look at it. So here it is.
Hey, Ava. Merry Christmas. Listen, Santa Claus wrote me a little note and said I have to, he needed 2 tickets to Fenway Park to see the New Kids on the Block, to give to you to see the New Kids on the Block. So I thought maybe you could bring your mom, okay? And it's going to be the biggest block party you've ever seen in your life. It's going to be awesome. It was really nice meeting you, and I will see you July 8th at Fenway Park, okay? And tell your mom not to give my number out to any blockheads, okay? She'll know what I mean. Merry Christmas, Ava. Bye.
So that's adorable.
That is adorable.
He's also
a national treasure.
He is a national treasure. Him and Donnie Wahlberg. I mean, that is just, seriously, Joe.
That's wonderful. I mean, that really is. That is a stand-up guy as a dad.
So can I tell you something funny?
Yeah.
So when Kevin had to pick up my new tickets for
Yeah.
Fenway
Yes.
at Will Call. Did I tell you about this?
No, I don't think so.
So he kept going. There was different Will Call boxes, and they kept getting sent around to get the tickets. So he goes to this one Will Call box, and they were like, "You're here for Joe McIntyre's tickets?"
What?
Yeah. He was at the Joey McIntyre Will Call box. I was like, "You take those tickets."
Yes, good sir, I am.
Yes, indeed. I am here for the Joey McIntyre tickets. My wife, her name should be on the list.
Yes.
Teen Witch, where are you? Where are you?
Just gonna rub that medallion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So yeah, we had 2 really great stories, and we
did.
have gotten some amazing stories.
Yeah,
We still have some older ones too that we have to get to.
we do.
We'll get to those.
We have a lot, but keep them coming.
Yes.
We like to have that variety as a spice of life.
And we're gonna have some special guests on soon.
Yeah,
So
we
we're
have
really
some
excited.
good shows coming up.
Yes, we really do.
Through the end of the year.
Exactly.
Really
so
good
you're
ones.
gonna want to stay tuned. You're gonna want to tell your friends.
Yep,
And we really appreciate you guys.
we do.
I just want to say that we appreciate you guys so much, letting us know that you love the podcast, letting us know that you can relate to what we're talking about.
Yep.
This is just something we love to do. And
Totally.
we love that you guys
This is
love
great.
it. And we're going to keep trying to get better,
Well, it's like anything. Like we're all trying to improve.
Right.
And
I'm excited about mid-December.
that'll be awesome.
December 16th.
It's going to be so awesome. We're going to have a great time. It'll be like our first little slumber party.
Yeah. We're going to probably do some live stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a definite.
Yep.
We may or may not have some
We're probably
Tito's in there. We'll have a lot of fun.
we will.
I'm excited.
And just to put this out here, Joey McIntyre,
If you want to come,
December 16th, we're going to be in Boston.
Yeah.
Donnie Wahlberg, Jenny. You want to come?
Jordan, John,
Jordan, John.
Danny,
Yeah. Hey, Danny, what's going on?
let's have a party.
Let's do it. Let's lift some weights.
If you want to wear some loose-fitting tanks, that's okay too.
See, Danny can wear whatever he wants.
Danny can wear whatever he wants.
By the way, those comments that I made were not intended for New Kids on the Block.
no,
They can
and
do whatever the hell they want to do.
they can wear whatever you want.
They can wear
Donnie,
kilts. They can
Donnie,
wear whatever.
You can wear your overalls. It's fine.
Oh, I would actually appreciate that. Even short overalls.
What if they're really short overalls?
I don't care.
That's okay too.
Hey, show it off.
If you got it, flaunt it.
He's got it.
So, anyway, that's what
I
we'll
do have
be.
to say his workout posts make me like, Nikki, get off your butt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
What make me hot? Is that what you thought I was going to say?
Something along those lines.
They make me hot. they make me sweat. Whew, just like that video. Call it what you want. That was really inappropriate.
That was funny, though. We didn't talk about that.
Okay.
We need to talk about that.
So you saw the part, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so first of all, Jordan's wearing a backwards hat.
Yes, which was very cute.
Oh my gosh.
Very,
And
very
Joe
cute.
comes in, and I was just like, hold the phone.
That is a fine-looking gent.
And then I'm like, I feel
Tender
weird.
age of 17.
Jeez,
Or however old he was then.
I wonder if that was when he had his little dance with Madonna.
It was about then because he was 17.
Right. Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I always asked it of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
So, also tonight, my daughter, well, first, it was her birthday. She turned 12. We've had people, they're like, she's not in high school. No, she's in 6th grade. She's
Well,
12.
Those people are stupid then. Or they're like out of touch.
Well, she is tall.
She's tall. But she still looks like a little girl.
5'7".
She's taller than I am.
And she takes a size 12 women's shoe. God bless her. Her and I
Aw.
take the same size.
She's such a sweet girl.
And she said to me she really wanted to be a blockhead for Halloween. And I love that she said blockhead.
Because
Number
it's a
one.
beautiful thing.
Right. And I was very excited to play in the costume. So I was like, do you want to be like an 80s blockhead or do you just want to like wear New Kids on the Block stuff? And she was like, no, I want to be like an 80s blockhead. Like that,
Yeah. That's awesome.
So we did the side pony, and she wore my Joe shirt and the skirt. She was watching the older videos while we were doing the thing, and I told you about that, and she was like, wow, his eyes are so blue. Like, and I go, I know.
That's adorable.
I know. And she was like, and
You're like, that's what I'm talking about.
This is what I fell in love with right here.
This is what I'm talking about right here.
And she's like, yep, I can see it. I can see it.
That's so cute.
So it was adorable. And, you know, she just loved wearing it. And she was so excited about it that it was cool.
Yeah.
So we did her makeup and everything. And she went to her Halloween party.
And she looked adorable.
She did. And she's going to be a blockhead tomorrow for another Halloween party. And she's going to be a blockhead on Tuesday for real Halloween.
Yep. That's fun.
I love dancing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to love that. I'm going to own that cruise. I'm going to dance my ass off. You might have to be like, Nikki,
you will dance your ass off. I
won't even care.
The thing seriously? No, you won't care. And like every quarter, you know what I picture? I'm picturing like at dinner where everyone's sitting around eating. Where's Nikki? She's over there dancing. Be in the corner dancing.
I'll be
sweating.
Eating. I'm going to lose so much weight.
And I picture, like, I have to tell you the dancing that I'm picturing. Picture, like, okay, the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
No, stop it.
The girls, well, the ones that are like, or then the ones that are like,
stop.
And I can't tell you what I'm doing, but you know who I'm talking about if you know what I'm, like the Christmas special, the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
Though.
I know, but I'm picturing that in human form and you're getting tired.
Yes.
And this is what happens.
And
like,
keep going.
anywhere, like, where's Nikki? I don't know, just look at a corner somewhere, she's dancing. And you'll be dancing.
I'm serious. Like every video that I've seen, I was like, this is my holy land. Why have I not been here?
Right. This is Mecca.
Because here's the thing, like, I love New Kids on the Block. That's what I'm all about.
I love New Kids on the Block. I love vacations. I love cruises.
This is like I'm
like, okay not to dance. I would actually, like, I feel like me, I need a cold drink.
All of my...
And a wall to lean on.
All my outfits will incorporate a sweatband.
Yes.
I'll even have sweatbands here.
Yeah.
So that way my hands won't be killing me.
So when you go out to shake Joe's hand or hold it.
It's not going to be clammy, Joe. It's going to be nice and dry. But, like, can I just tell you?
Yeah, you can.
If Jordan Knight was like, come up on stage.
I'd get up on that stage.
I would, but I'd be in so much awe of him because he is such a very good dancer.
He is. He would never invite.
He's like waves.
I don't feel like he would invite a girl on stage. Like, does he do that? I don't think I've ever seen a video of him doing that.
I wouldn't know how to like dance with him because he'd be doing these like amazing moves, and I would just be like,
he'd be doing like stripper moves like on you. Like, I feel like that's what he would be doing.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think so.
He'd be doing when he got up on that chair and the finger. Like,
he was gonna be like, he'll come up on me and he'll be like, "Oh no, I know you. I know what you did.
I remember that index finger.
You know what you did.
You know just what you did. You violated my...
Oh, I did. Jordan, I'm sorry.
You violated my private space. It's my private space.
Maybe I won't be allowed on the cruise.
Oh, I remember that girl. She was third row, Fenway, the braid.
Yep. She had two French braids in her hair, and she was wearing some kind of homemade shirt.
Colors ran a little bit, but that's all right.
That's all right. It was see-through.
And she ran her index finger right down Jordan Knight's wet chest.
But I didn't go down there.
Well, you didn't touch his like thing.
I didn't even go near his belly button.
No, because that's weird.
It was like up. It was
like right
weird.
Here.
It was like, let me touch your heart.
Did you feel it beat?
No.
Aww. I feel like my voice is going to be all
I was
around.
just kind of like... It was like E.T.
Make that sound again.
We're done, so let's wrap up.
Yeah, let's do that. So, thanks, guys.
Keep those comments, messages coming. We want to hear about it.
We love your reviews, too.
Yeah. Want to review us on iTunes? You go for it.
No, it's Apple Podcasts.
Oh, want to review us on Apple Podcasts? You go ahead and do that.
Please do.
And if you need help knowing how to do it, I'll tell you how.
Yeah. I will do my best to tell you how. Nikki's probably the pro.
Yeah, I can do it.
But reach out to us and we'll get you to the right place.
Yeah. And, we want to hear. You're not bugging us. Seriously, message. I love it. I'll talk to you back.
We'll talk back.
We will.
So, this is great.
Yeah, so this may have been a little bit of a rough podcast.
I don't think it was. I think it was good. I think that So anyway, thanks, guys.
Yeah. We'll
catch you on the flip side.
We'll be loving you forever. Hey, Joe. Still available to fix your website. Get a hold of me.
You do have our phone number.
You have my number. You know how to get a hold of me. It's in the jean bag. And if you don't,
it's in that denim bag that has your name on it.
Yeah. It says this bag belongs to Joey McIntyre.
And
I should have wrote hands off, haters.
All right.
I'm
Thanks,
excited
guys.
to learn the themes of the cruise.
I don't think we're going to learn those for a while.
I just don't. I'd rather not have a white night.
White is not a good look for me.
I'm gonna get a meatball right down the front of me. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have like sauce.
It's just gonna you know
or
what?
Shrimp. I'm
If
gonna
something
eat some
were to
shrimp
happen-
and I'm gonna dip it and it's gonna go bloop
bloop
bloop bloop.
bloop bloop bloop. So if there is a white night,
Nikki's not wearing white.
well, no, Nikki
No,
can wear
I am.
white, but we'll eat first,
Yes.
or we only eat white foods.
Yeah, but then it turns
Marshmallows.
yellow.
Marshmallow doesn't turn anything when it hits your clothes. It just bounces off and goes to the floor.
What am I gonna wear? A toga?
No, like a sheet.
Yeah.
You can wear New Kids sheets. They're not white.
I think
Well,
that
the New Kids are white.
I think that people are gonna start getting hard up for New Kids sheets because everybody's using them. You know what I want to do? I saw people take pictures and make them into fabric. That's what I want to do. I want a giant picture of Joe's head right here. Just his head.
Just his head. You don't want a picture of him in his white pants?
Oh, yes, I do. Why did I change my mind on that? That one there.
Yep.
You know what you did.
I think so.
The one
right.
with the microphone.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's do it. Good night.
Good night. Or good day.
Hey.
It depends on when you're listening to us, I guess.
We are super tired.
Yeah, we are. It's like
we're
1
gonna peace
o'clock.
out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.